What's going on, everyone? I hope you're having a terrific day. I want to answer a question that I get from a lot of my clients, and that is, why isn't there a lot of information about reactive tinnitus? Why is there so much negativity in the tinnitus space? Why isn't there a lot of positive stories? You have to dig to find them. You will find success stories, but it's like they're nuggets in a bunch of like gold nuggets that you have to kind of really dig for. And this really can paint a very grim picture of tinnitus when there's so much negativity. The comments are filled with hurting people that are very negative, and it seems like there's not a lot of positive information, not a lot of answers. Can make you feel like you are alone, like you are really in the dark searching. I want to explain to you my theory, at least, of why I believe that to be the case, and hopefully that will help lift you out of, maybe if you're feeling, like you're just, with all this negativity and I need some hope. So that's what we're going to cover in this video today. You have to understand what it's like working in the tinnitus space, from somebody who is towing the front lines, going back, trying to pick people up and bring them to a place of healing. It's very challenging. That is because you're dealing with people who've been hurting for a very long time, and they get triggered by the idea that there are people who are able to recover. This really kind of mocks someone who is suffering for 10 years, as it essentially says that your suffering was for nil, for nothing. I would never say that to someone. It's very difficult when you're talking about human suffering, but no, you don't have to suffer with tinnitus, bothersome tinnitus. You just don't. The science backs it up. I haven't suffered with it entirely. I've chosen to end my suffering by seeing it in a positive light, not reacting to my thoughts and reactions. And I provide free content and counsel to help lift people out of that place and bring them to a place of healing. And in that restoration, you're met with sheer vitriol from the negative, warped community, largely that is the active vocal tinnitus community. They'll accuse people of providing coaching, of people who are, quote, profiting off of human suffering, which, if you see that, if you're a person that thinks that, you have allowed your own tinnitus suffering to denigrate you to a place where you now see heroes as villains. And you really have to get your mindset checked, because that is a dark, very evil place. When you're seeing people, heroes, as villains, that's really warped, man. And let me pose you the question: is a dentist profiting off of someone suffering with tooth pain when they give them a root canal treatment and charge them for it? No. It's like charging a hip replacement doctor of profiting off human suffering because they're curing someone with hip displacement and charging for the hip surgery. If you think these people are the problem, you, my friend, have just gone down a road that I never want to go down. And I really pity you. I pity your soul, essentially, because you don't want to be at a place like that where you're upset and offended by people helping other people. That's just how reality works. People for thousands of years have noticed a problem, offered a solution, and have charged for that. And the free market can decide, is this too much, or is this, what is the appropriate price for this? People who come to my coaching, come to what I'm doing, and hear what I have to offer and reject it is no harm, no foul. Just continue consuming my free content, all my free videos, all my free content. It doesn't bother me one bit if people don't want to work with me, if people don't want to pay for the coaching. But to accuse people of that, of somehow having a warped character, is just, I really want to caution against that way of thinking, and reject it at all costs. There are not a lot of doctors in the tinnitus community. There are not a lot of psychologists in the tinnitus community. There are not a lot of answers and hope in the tinnitus community, because dealing with the tinnitus community is one of the most challenging things there is. This is one of the most hurt, one of the most desperate, communities that exist, it can get dark quick, because these people are so sure of their inability to find hope that they will convince you, because a little bit of negativity is powerful. So the way to deal with this is to wish these people well. Really just, I hope they find their healing, and just block them out. Block the negativity out. Fill your mind with the positivity. Continue watching positive YouTubers, and do not go down that road with them. I really appeal to everybody. Do not go down that negative road with them, because they will drag you down to a very negative place and keep you down there. And they're armed with misinformation. They're armed with myths. They don't have the truth. They don't have the facts. They don't understand how it works. They haven't coached a lot of people. They haven't been in this space. They do not have truth. They're armed with misinformation, and they're literally so certain of it. It is really, I completely understand why there is very little information in the tinnitus community. I mean, if you escaped from hell, right? You had reactive tinnitus and you escaped, you would run away from tinnitus, away from the community, away from the people, away from the experience as quick as possible. You would not want to help these people. A lot of people do not want help. They don't want help. They just want to hurt people who are helping other people, because they are hurt. And misery loves company. Misery loves company. The tinnitus community, by and large, is hurting, and they will attack anyone who tries to alleviate the suffering of other people, because they do not want to be alone in their misery. That is the truth. That is my theory, at least. That is what I believe to be the truth. And stick around long enough in the tinnitus community, and you will start to believe it as well. Start working in the tinnitus community, and you will start to believe it as well. With that being said, I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of clarity in why you can't find a lot of positive stories, why you can't find a lot of positive information, why all of the people who have recovered are quiet. Anyway, if you want to work with me, hit the link below, get free access to the online tinnitus community. I'm in there posting. I would love to see y'all in there. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.